Now consider alpha less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to pi. In this my SCR conducts. Then Vt is 0. I am interested in Vt. Vt I got as 0. So that is over. From pi less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi plus alpha. Here the freewheeling diode conducts. So voltage across freewheeling diode. So the voltage across freewheeling diode, it is voltage across the load, that is 0. So if I put V0 equal to 0, I get Vt equal to Vs. Vt equal to Vs. So that waveform I have to draw. Now we will draw the waveform of Vt. Now we will draw the waveform of Vt. Observe, from alpha to pi, Vt is 0. Wherever 0 comes, you simply mark 1. Okay. Similarly, from 2 pi plus alpha to 3 pi. This is what alpha, pi. This is pi. This is 2 pi. This is 2 pi plus alpha. This is 3 pi. From pi to 2 pi plus alpha, the Vt is Vs. From pi to 2 pi plus alpha, the Vt is Vs. Pi to 2 pi it is negative. And 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha it is positive. The same thing happens from 3 pi to 4 pi. Vt is Vs. Since Vs is negative, I am drawing in the negative half cycle. Here it is positive. This you can copy from this one. Now I am marking this. So this is the waveform of Vt. This is the waveform of Vt. Now we will calculate the commutation time. How you get the commutation time? Commutation time we get from the Vt waveform. So we have the Vt waveform, and from this we get the commutation time. Now we are calculating the commutation time. For calculating the commutation time, we have to look at the Vt waveform. Vt is negative. Vt is negative in the commutation interval. So Vt is negative from pi to 2 pi, meaning it is negative over an interval of pi. This corresponds to my Tc. But since this is time, to get radians, I multiply with omega. If I simplify, Tc is nothing but pi by omega, so much of seconds. This is my commutation time. And also from the Vt waveform, we can calculate peak inverse voltage across thyristor, that is Vm. Simply go to the waveform. Okay, this is the maximum reverse voltage that occurs across SCR, that is Vm directly. Now we derive the expression for V naught DC. V naught DC. So how do you derive it? V naught DC. V naught DC. I'm integrating over the interval 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi. The V naught, this is the instantaneous value, into d omega t. This omega t corresponds to 0 to 2 pi. So if I integrate 1 by 2 pi, integral alpha to pi, Vm sin omega t d omega t. If I integrate, what I get? Vm by 2 pi, the integration of sine is minus cos omega t, the limits alpha to pi. So if I simplify, I get Vm by pi into Vm by 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. I have simplified. So this is the expression for my average voltage. This is the direct method. Now we derive through the generalized expression. The generalized expression is V naught DC equal to the pulse number times the maximum voltage divided by 2 pi, that is the cyclic interval, into cos alpha plus diode angle, minus cos beta. Now you take the substitution. Here the n is 1. The moment n is 1, the diode angle is 0. The diode angle depends on n. Diode angle is 0. Alpha, that is under my control, and beta is pi. Only these three parameters I have to know. So V naught DC equal to Vm by 2 pi into cos alpha plus 0 minus cos pi. Cos pi is what? Minus 1. So minus of minus plus 1 plus cos alpha. Just I have rearranged it in one step. I have to write 2 steps, but I have put only one step. So this and this is the same. So Vm by 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Now I want to calculate I naught DC. So how do I calculate? It is as usual. Now I want to calculate the I naught DC. Because this is very important. Many times I have to calculate the I naught DC or V naught DC. This is same to the RL load. Now we are discussing RL with freewheeling diode. But this case is similar to the RL load that we have already discussed. But I will tell you again. Because this is very important. R, L, this is my V naught. And here I have applied V naught DC, and here I have I naught DC. This is the DC current flowing, and this is the DC voltage I have applied. Here the DC voltage is 0. VL DC is 0. So VR DC equal to V naught DC. Now what I got? V R DC equal to V naught DC. Okay. What is VR DC? VR DC is I naught DC into R. I can say it as a IR DC into R, which is equal to V naught dc, which is equal to V naught into dc. This can be calculated very easily. Now, if I want I naught dc, I simply take V naught dc by R. This is what? The expression for I naught dc. This is the easiest method to calculate. Thing is, you have to get habituated to this method. Otherwise, you think like this is new, but if you understand this is nothing, You have to habituate to this method. If you understand this, it is nothing. It is most powerful and it is the most easiest. Okay, only one expression you have for V naught dc. You calculate V naught dc divided by R. I get I naught dc for the RL load. Now we will see the advantages of freewheeling diode. Advantages of freewheeling diode. Here we are comparing the single pulse rectifier with RL load. This we are comparing with single pulse RL load with freewheeling diode. This is the exact comparison. Here we are looking at the advantages of freewheeling diode. Okay, so we have to know if freewheeling diode is inserted in the circuit, what happens? Meaning, you have to take the freewheeling diode case and without freewheeling diode case. I have taken RL load. Here there is no freewheeling diode, and here RL load with freewheeling diode. So these two things I am comparing. And in particular, it is single pulse because we have covered only single pulse. So now you see, with freewheeling diode, current, which current? Load current is continuous. Load current is continuous. Earlier we have seen single phase RL load current is always discontinuous. Single pulse, RL load current is always discontinuous. This we have seen. But with RL load and with freewheeling diode, the current is continuous. This we have seen. Next one. If the load current is continuous, what happens? Load performance is better. Some loads require continuous load. Okay, so in that case, this performance is better. The third one, power factor is improved. How the power factor is improved? The power factor is improved because the net power delivered to load is increasing. How do we calculate the power factor? Power factor it is calculated in this manner. Power delivered by source is equal to power absorbed by the source. Is equal to power absorbed by the load. How do we calculate the power factor? Power factor is calculated this manner. Power delivered by the source is equal to the power absorbed by the load. Here, with the freewheeling diode, with the same volt amperes at the source, the power absorbed by the load increases. It is more with freewheeling diode. Okay. Even if this term is constant, if power absorbed is more, what happens? Obviously, the power factor P, you say PL. So if this increases, what happens? This is same more or less with or without free wheeling there. So now the power factor increases, PL divided by VS IS. This increases. This increases.